Boom! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy. Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this. Becky quick. While the average man looking at this, it's sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounces. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs, making profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light right up, watching them candles profits. While I'm still in my same big profit. They used to watch me move them packs. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Make profit. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? Make profit. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Make profit. That TTG money gang. Making profit. We some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Hope everybody is having a wonderful Friday afternoon. We sure as hell are inside True Trading Group. It's all about AHI today, baby. AHI, top gainer of the day. The stock is up 880% right now as we are talking, pushing back up towards highs, full-blown short squeeze. And we crushed it. Full disclosure, I do not have a position in AHI any longer. I've already taken my final profit off the table. It was a monster win for us today. It's all it takes in this market, in this environment. All it takes is one. All it takes is one trade to make your whole day, your whole week. Sometimes it can make your whole entire month. That's the type of action that's in this market. I'm also out of the rest of my Carvana trade. We had a gap up today on Carvana. We got long Carvana yesterday. We took 90% of the profit off the table yesterday. We had 10% of that position left. We gapped up today. And as soon as we dropped down towards 24 and we got back down into red, we got out final profits off the table on Carvana. That was a home run. And that was the right decision, as Carvana is really selling it off and giving back a huge portion of yesterday's big move to the upside. So, full disclosure, I've got no open positions on AHI or Carvana. We are completely out of both. Monster gains for us. Carvana, we were in around 1965. We took profits all the way up to 23.24. And then again, final profit came off the table today. That was a 250% gain for members of True Trading Group that got into the call option on Carvana. And then AHI, we were in AHI at $1.38. That stock now trading $2.72. Again, I'm fully out of AHI. The stock is now currently halted to the downside. It's halted, I don't even know how many times. This thing is halted like 25 times today. It's absolutely insane, the volatility that this stock has had. But you shouldn't be surprised. I sure as hell am not surprised, because I've been telling you now all week. I've been telling you since Monday and Tuesday to get ready, because the volatility was about to pick up. Monday and Tuesday were slow days. Choppy days, markets really didn't do much. But I told you that volatility was going to pick up over the next couple of days. And what have we seen happen since then? You've seen Carvana go absolutely bat, you know what, crazy. You've seen Tesla go berserk. You've seen Netflix on fire. Blue Apron on fire. You've seen the SPY break above 430. You've seen so many huge moves go on in this market. You had a big pullback in tech names on Wednesday. You've seen AMD break back above into the 125 zone. There's so much going on in this market, and it's about to get a lot more hectic, because next week is where the real fun begins. Next week is when we are going to find out, is inflation continuing to the downside as fast as the Fed would like to see? Is the Fed going to pause interest rates next week? We don't know. The market believes that the Fed is going to pause. But the market also believed in Australia, they believed that the Australian central bank was going to pause. Did they pause? They did not. They raised by 25 basis points earlier in the week. Then the Canadian markets, they thought the Bank of Canada was going to pause. Did they pause? Nope. They raised rates on Wednesday by 25 basis points. So not one, but two other central banks around the world raised rates by 25 basis points this week, when it was widely anticipated that they were going to pause. Is that a sign of what's to come here with us next week? Next week, you get CPI data Tuesday morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. You get PPI data Wednesday morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. And then at 2 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, right after you get the inflation data, the Fed's going to tell you whether or not they're raising rates by 25 basis points or if they're done. There's three different ways that this can play out. The Fed can either say we're pausing, which means we're done. We're skipping, which means we're not done, or we're raising rates. There's a 30%, 28% likelihood of a 25 basis point hike. So round it up. 30% we raise, 70% likelihood we pause. So what does that split mean? That split means that the market right now has priced in a pause. So if there is anything other than a pause, the markets are going to be disappointed. This is very important because we are currently sitting at a massive level of resistance on the SPY that we are trying to break through today. We got up above it early, but now we're trading back down beneath it with about 15 minutes left to go. We're sitting on that 430 level. I'll take you guys out to a full-size screen, and we'll go over to the daily chart, and I'll just draw the line. Here's this level of resistance. Here it is, this line right here. You see this level of resistance? You can see we are trying desperately to break through that level here today. We got all the way up to 432. Everybody got very excited this morning. It looked like we're going to go, 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 go. Nope. And then now you got that pullback back to 430. But this is not necessarily a failed breakout. It's also not a confirmed breakout. It shows you the hesitation that this market has. Everybody seems to be waiting for next week's catalyst. You should not be waiting for next week's catalyst to get prepared. You should not be waiting for next week's catalyst to come up with very specific, detailed game plans of how you are going to make money, depending on what the Fed does. Because if you wait to develop your plan after the Fed tells you their decision, it's too late. The market's going to be moving far too quickly, far too rapidly and erratically. The moves are going to be very large, and you are going to be caught like a deer in headlights. Do not be a deer in headlights. Be a prepared trader. A profitable trader is a prepared trader, right? Do not try to just chase that price action because that's how you get spun around, all right? Trade of the day today, AHI, obviously just an absolute beast, monster, 800% gain today on this AHI. These are the opportunities that are out there in this market on a daily basis. My name is Michael Edward. I'm going to talk to you guys. We're going to break down a very important lesson today on AI. Very important lesson. You're all in for a treat. If you're not members of True Trading Group, I'm going to actually share with you one of the key lessons that I teach members of True Trading Group once they join the family and the community that helps them identify when a stock has momentum and how to capitalize and ride that wave of momentum. Everybody says, how do you know when a stock's about to make a move? Well, there's a momentum triggering indicator that I'm going to explain to you how to use it. Again, this is not a special secret indicator that works 100% of the time, but it is a damn good, reliable one. And if you understand how to use it properly, can help you guys make a ton of money. That's exactly what we did today inside of True Trading Group. AHI, trade of the day. I'm going to go over this game plan. I'm going to go over this indicator with you. I'm going to go over the lesson. I'll go over the setup and how to use it properly. It doesn't matter if you have 15 different indicators on your screen, which I honestly don't think you should have. I think simplicity is bliss. I think simple is better when it comes to trading. The more indicators you have, the more likely your chart is to look like a Picasso painting, the more overwhelmed and confused you're going to be, and the more mixed signals you're going to get. Simplify your trading. I don't use more than like 4 different indicators. There's no need for you to use 15. A lot of the indicators out there, there's 4 different types of indicators, and then there's many variations of each type. And if you are using 15 different indicators, all you have is a bunch of indicators that are telling you the exact same piece of information, just displayed in a different way. It's overkill. It's unnecessary. All right. I'm going to go with you guys one very specific lesson on how to identify momentum and how to ride the wave of momentum and when to know it's time to get off. How do you know it's time to get off the wave? How do you know it's time to get off the train or get off the bus? That's what I'm going to talk to you guys about on this live stream. So give me your undivided attention. It's a final trading day of the week. It's been a fantastic week, and we finish it strong with ticker symbol AHI. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, but now the current head trader and co-founder of True Trading Group. If you don't know, we're the fastest growing and highest rated premium online education platform available today. So if you're ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to the right place. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday. I go live right here on this channel where myself, other TTD pro trading mods, and special guest drop golden nuggets give you free lessons, education, trade ideas, analysis that can help you become better traders, can help you make money. That's the goal. That's why you're here, obviously. You're here so that you can get information, you can get analysis and education and lessons that can help you guys make money. That's the goal. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. Make sure you guys never miss out on any of these live streams. Why should you listen to anything that I have to say? It's because I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. Right? I began my career working at a fund in New York City. It was my very first job at a college. I had to go through a 3-month educational training program before the fund let me touch $1 of their money. And then 2008 happened. And that was the Great Recession. That was the stock market crash. But that was also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group, and along with my team of 9 professional trading mods and over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of members from all over the world reach their goals. We actually have members in 115 different countries. 115 different countries. Yes, truly a global community when you guys join the True Trading Group family. You see, we're the fastest growing because we combine university level trading and investing courses with, which is a simplified version, honestly, of what I learned when I worked at the fund in New York. That 3-month educational training program, that's the level of education you're getting when you join our platform. You get access to the entire curriculum. We don't upsell you courses. When you join, you get the courses. As simple as that. We're not going to sell you half the solution. Okay. But we combine that with premium stock market tools. We do live workshops and give individual mentorship for stocks, options, crypto, futures, but for all styles of trading as well. So day trading, swing trading, and also long-term investing, something for everybody in True Trading Group, regardless of the style of trader you are or what it is that you trade. You're an options trader, you're a futures trader, you're a crypto trader, you're a stock trader. We do it all inside of True Trading Group. But see, we take that university level curriculum. I want to talk about those tools for a second, because we also give you access to trading tools. These are tools that successful traders use that give them more information to help them make better decisions. Now, the problem is they're very expensive, but you need them. If you were to go to the companies that offer them directly, it's going to cost you around $5,000 a year. That's a lot of money. I know. That's why we spent years as a company building relationships with those companies so we can put their products and tools on our platform at no additional cost to you. Saves you $5,000 a year. You get to use all of them on our platform. There's no upsell for them. You guys can use those tools when you guys become part of the family. You also get access to our members. Our members, I kid you not, are the most incredible group of people. Okay, 10,000 people from 115 different countries. They're the most helpful, supportive, and successful community of traders you're ever going to find. And then you get all the trade alerts from myself and the other mods. They've been able to maintain a cumulative win rate of just around 80% now going on for the last 3 years. So again, if you guys are new, subscribe, smash that like button, show some love, and then make sure you turn on your notifications so that you never miss out on any of these live streams. All right, let's head on over, guys. Let's talk about the overall markets here real quick. Do you teach people that have no trading experience? Question here from Karen. Karen, absolutely. Karen, listen to me very carefully. We have members in True Trading Group that never traded a stock or an option a day in their life. Members of True Trading Group, you guys do me a favor and just help out Karen. If you're a member, just answer Karen, yes or no. Do we help people that have no trading experience at all? So Karen, our curriculum, our courses are broken down into beginner and advanced. You have to realize when I started working at the fund in New York, I didn't have all of this trading experience. Yeah, I kind of messed around with stocks for like 2 years prior, but I didn't know what I was doing. I just opened up an account and I was just messing around with penny stocks. I was a kid. I was like 19 years old. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no education or no experience. They taught me from scratch how to navigate the markets professionally and successfully. So I was very fortunate, and I know that. I'm very humble, and I know that, like I said, I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I didn't have to go through YouTube videos and read books and do all these different things, and go on Twitter and Reddit and try to figure this stuff out all on my own. I was taught by other professionals. So we have our courses that are broken down to beginner courses and then advanced courses. If you've never traded stock a day in your life, you start with the beginner courses. Members, can you guys do me a favor real quick? If you guys started True Trading Group with having no idea what you were doing, you didn't know about stocks, you didn't know about the trade line, you didn't know about VWAP, you didn't know Fibonacci levels, you didn't know about options, but now you guys are making money, just go ahead right now and just type the number 1 in chat for Karen. I just want Karen to see this is not just for experienced traders. We have members that never traded a stock or an option a day in their lives, but then we also have traders that have been trading for 25 years. We have people that were former market makers at Deutsche Bank, former market makers at Citi. We've got wealth managers that manage money for 50 high net worth individuals. We have stockbrokers from Morgan Stanley. We have licensed financial professionals. And then we have people that never traded a stock a day in their life or an option a day in their life and have no long-term portfolio, but they want to learn and they want to get started. And we have everything else in between. I know some of the things that I talk about on my live stream, sometimes they might seem like a foreign language. It kind of feels like it's over your head a bit, and that can be intimidating. I understand that. It can be overwhelming. But what you're looking at on these charts may overwhelm you now. Once you learn, you're going to start to learn it like the back of your hand. And that is our job. That's our job at True Trading Group. Our job at True Trading Group is not, we're not a charity, right? When you join True Trading Group, you are paying for a service. And that is for myself and the 9 professional traders and educators that are part of True Trading Group to teach you how you can best reach your goals. It's not just that you don't join True Trading Group and then just watch other traders make money. If we make money, it doesn't matter if that doesn't translate into profits for you. We want you to be able to make money. I had bought stocks, but did not know how to trade or read a chart. That's coming from Sassy. Sassy's a longtime TTG member. Okay, our goal is to help you guys make money. This is why, actually, that we base our double your money back guarantee on your P&L. Because you can join True Trading Group, right? And let's say, all the moderators make money, but then if you don't make money, and then we're like, hey, we're doing well, but you're not, so it's your fault. That's not what we do in True Trading Group, because it's our job to educate you enough to the point where you feel comfortable following the trades that the moderators are in, or, which is our real goal, helping you get to a point where you are able to identify setups on your own and have the confidence to pull the trigger on them and capitalize on them. That's actually our real goal that we want to do with you. But that's why we do our double your money back guarantee based on your P&L. So when you guys join True Trading Group and you guys have a unique opportunity here that we're doing something really special here going into Father's Day, that we actually have a 59% discount on the membership. The membership is normally $2,212, but if you guys use the coupon code TTG121, it drops the price down to $897 for the whole year. There's no upsell for that. It's all included. The courses, the tools, everything's included. But if you can't make back the $897, so if you can't make $897, that's what your membership will cost. Go through the courses, pass the quizzes, and attend one study group. If you do those 3 things, Karen, and anybody else that's listening, but you're still unable to make the $897 back at least one time during your membership, we give you back double your money. So we'll give you back $1,794. Okay, so we'll give you back double your money. That's if you can't make the $897 back. That's how confident we are in the platform that we've created, that it's based on your P&L, right? Because it's not enough just to let a moderator make money. That has to translate into you being successful. That's why we do it that way. Okay. So if anybody wants to join, you can go to ttgoffer.com. I'll hit this real quick and then we'll dive in before the markets close. We're getting pullbacks right now. Apple's pulling back towards lows. Alphabet's pulling back towards lows. The SPY's drifting a little bit into the close. AHI is halted. You got to keep an eye on that. Microsoft is starting to drift to the downside as well. Enphase just made new lows. Adobe is at new lows as well. So we're going to keep eyes here on some of these things as we get into the close. But go to ttgoffer.com. Use the coupon code TTG121. Click apply code. The price will drop to $897. Okay. This is going to be available for the next 15 people over the weekend. So it's either going to be 15 people, you get the $897 price point, or Sunday at midnight and the price goes up to $950. So whichever happens first, 15 people join, or Sunday at midnight. Sunday, we're going live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and I'll give you my whole game plan for next week, which is what I think the Fed's going to do, what I think the inflation numbers are going to be, and what are my game plans. If this, then that scenarios. If the Fed does this, what am I going to do? If the Fed does this, what am I going to do? Right? So that's what I'm going to do for you guys on Sunday evening. We'll talk about top trade ideas for the week and what my if this, then that scenarios are for the Fed going into next week. But go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code manually, TTG121. The price, you have to manually type in that coupon code, and then the price drops to $897. You get all of our courses, right? Joe, why don't you post a link up in chat real quick? Actually, you guys can click on the link that Joe's about to post in chat. This will show you actually the list of all of our courses. It's a simplified and expanded upon version of the 3-month educational training that I received when I worked at the hedge fund in New York. You guys get access to that. No, Nick says, are you trading only stocks? No, Nikki, we trade stocks, options, futures, and a little crypto. Okay. But there are trades every day in True Trading Group, stocks and options every day, day trades and swing trades every day. There's 9 professional traders with you during the day. Okay. 9 professional traders. They're all calling out their trades. Okay. Do you trade options daily? Yes. Nikki, we trade options every day. We trade stocks every day, day trades and swing trades every day. Okay? Every day. All right. So you guys can click on that link. You'll see the list of all the courses, beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto futures. It's all there. You also get Quote Media's full book level 2, Benzinga Pro's news feed, congressional trading data. So you can track trades being made by members of Congress, a little inside trading there, right? You can track those trades. You also get short data, insider trading info. I've been trading for over 45 years, and I've learned more from True Trading Group than last year than I ever could on my own. TGD is truly a game changer for me. Absolutely. And there's a lot of people that feel that way. You guys, you know what, members, if you guys are making money with us, can you guys do me a favor and type the number 1? I just want to see by a quick show of hands, if you're making money, plain and simple. If you're making money with True Trading Group, do me a favor and type the number 1 in chat. You guys are becoming better traders now. Type the number 1 in chat. For those people that are not members, while I keep talking, just pay attention to how many people type the number 1. I don't want you just taking my word for it. I want you to see what your peers are able to accomplish, because a lot of these people did not think that what they're accomplishing now was even possible just a few short months ago or years ago, depending on when it is that they joined. And all these people are now telling you that they're making money, they're having success with True Trading Group. It's amazing what a real actual education can do for you. I'm not going to give you a secret. I'm just going to teach you the same way that I was taught when I worked in New York. That's it. That's it. That's what you get. Plus all those tools. Trading Views charting software, okay, the Trade Ideas scanner, a simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money but real-time data, our own proprietary scanner lets you create custom scans, dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow, analyst ratings, a trading journal, a social sentiment scanner. All of these tools are included when you join True Trading Group. It's $897, but it's only good for the next 15 people, or Sunday at midnight, and the price jumps to $950, then $1,000, then $1,100, then $1,100, etc., as we work that price back up towards that $22.12. So something that we're doing here over the weekend. You guys have a chance at a 59% discount. There's the bell. We are closed. But like I said, guys, just go to ttgoffer.com, use that coupon code TTG121, click apply code, and then that price will drop to $897. And remember, if you can't make $897 back at least one time during your membership, we will give you guys back double your money. That's $1,794. If you can't make back $897, that's the deal. If you can't make it back at least one time after going through the courses, passing the quizzes, attending a study group, that's our double your money back guarantee. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate. We're a fully transparent, open book. Text 786-505-4049. The phone number is right there at the bottom of your screen. You have questions, text that number, 786-505-4049. Also, if you're a trial member, you used to be a trial member, or you used to be an annual member, and you guys want to come join True Trading Group for the $897 price point, you have to text that number, because we got to whitelist your email address since you've already had an account with us under that email. Okay? So all that's included, folks, when you guys join True Trading Group. Again, ttgoffer.com. What is your chat time hour? Nikki Thien, our chat room opens at 8:20 a.m. Eastern, and it stays open all the way through until after hours, Nikki. The moderators and I are with you all day, every day. The moderators are not gone after an hour, and you're left to fend for yourself, brother. We are with you all day long. So you have 9 professional traders that are telling you what they see, what their thoughts are, what stocks they're focusing on. We also tell you what we're going to do before we do it. So I come on the microphone like I did today, and I tell members, guys, this is exactly what I'm going to do. When the stock gets to this price, I'm going to buy it. If it gets here, I'm going to stop out, and my take profit targets are here, here, here. So they know exactly where I'm buying and where I'm selling before they actually get a trade alert. Members, true or false? True or false? Members, do I come on the mic and I tell you exactly what I'm going to do before I actually do it? You guys can just type true or false in chat. Okay. And then when my order actually executes, then you get a notification in chat. But you know what I'm doing before that ever happens. So Nikki, you don't have to worry about like chasing alerts. You know, if the stock gets to this price, Mike's buying. If the stock gets to this price, Mike's shorting. It's not just Mike. There's 9 other traders that are with you during the day. It's not just me. Okay. It's not just me. All right. And today was a really good example of that. AHI trade of the day, absolute monster, 800% gainer. It's actually still moving after hours. We just went from 215 to 270 Look at this thing. Look at this thing go. 280, 285. I got to pull up my level 2 for this. 290. We just printed 290. Wow. All right. So we'll keep eyes here on this AHI. If there's a trade here on it for us, in the after hours session, maybe we'll have some fun here. Maybe we can trade this thing through that 325. I'll tell you now, I'm probably not going to trade this after hours, just because in order for me to trade something like this with the size that I like to trade with, it requires my undivided attention. And I'm not really able to give it my undivided attention right now. We hit an absolute monster home run on this trade earlier today. And this brings me to the lesson that I want to go over with you guys here today. There's $3. Now we're printing $3. Very interesting here. The volume is still pretty good too after hours. Pretty good volume after hours. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. I will keep an eye on it, guys. All right. But like I said, the 59% discount is good for the next 15 people. How do you know you're one of the 15? When you enter the coupon code TTG121 and click apply code, if the price drops to $8.97, then you know you're good. You know that the coupon code is working. If the price does not drop to $8.97, instead it says $9.50, then that means that 15 people have already joined. So if you're watching this after it's already aired, then you guys could, that's how you'll know if you're still going to get the 59% off or not. Okay. So again, ttgoffer.com, coupon code is TTG121, click apply code. Okay. All right, guys. All right. So let's talk about what was the lesson from AHI today. Now, for those of you that are not members, I suggest you pay very close attention, because I'm about to give you a little bit of a free lesson here. This is a very valuable lesson on how to use the trade line properly. Okay. How you use the trade line properly. What is the trade line, first of all? The trade line is a momentum-based indicator. Do not open up your trading platforms right now and start looking for a trade line, because there's no such thing that is the trade line in your charting platforms. And there's new highs on AHI 350. The trade line is common tongue for just trader talk. What it actually is either the 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12 exponential moving average. Okay. That's what the trade line is. Again, you can use whatever your preference is. I use the 9. So I use the 9 exponential moving average. So the 9 EMA, that is what I use for my trade line. You can use the 8, the 10, the 11, the 12. They're all very similar. There'll be a couple pennies off. They're all very similar. It's really just personal preference. But that's the trade line. Okay. It's a momentum indicator. Now, what the trade line helps you with is it helps you identify when a stock has very clear directional momentum. So stocks go through phases. You have consolidation phases, you have breakout phases, you have follow through and continuation phases, right? So when a stock has clear directional momentum, I'm not talking about consolidation. When a stock is consolidating, the trade line is useless. So this is what I mean by understanding how to properly use the indicator. A lot of people out there that you're going to go and you're going to try to find, trading information and education and courses, whatever it is, they're going to teach you about indicators, but they're going to tell you, oh, use this indicator as if it's the holy grail of trading. There is no special indicator that works 100% of the time. It doesn't exist. Stop looking for it. There are times when one indicator works perfectly. There's other times when it doesn't. It's your job to determine which indicators are having an impact on the price action of that stock. Not every indicator is going to work every time. It's on you to be able to identify it. That's the lesson I'm covering with you today. How to identify that the trade line is a viable indicator that is affecting the price of the stock. And if the trade line is affecting the price of the stock, there's a very good chance that that stock is about to experience clear directional momentum. And that is how you can be able to capitalize on price action and capitalize on these big moves, right? Inexperienced traders will always say, how did you know the stock was going to make a move? These are the type of things that experienced traders are able to use to make that determination. It's not because we're psychic. It's because these are the tools at our disposal. And when used properly, it drastically increases your chances of success. Trading is not about predicting the future. It is about identifying high probability patterns. Any poker players that are out there will completely understand this. If you are a very good poker player, you know that being a good poker player is not about predicting what cards are about to come out on the table. It's not psychic that you know what card is about to come out or that you know what card the other player has. What being a good poker player is all about probability. It's all about understanding the cards that are in your hand, the cards that are on the table, and what is the probability that you have the best hand out of anybody that's sitting at that table. And then obviously the skill element, which is being able to read other people's tendencies to say, I think that person's full of crap, or maybe that person just gave away their hand. That's where the human and the skill element really comes into play. Trading is a lot like that. Being a good trader is having the education to understand what an A quality setup looks like. An A quality setup has 70 to 75% probability. A B quality setup, 60 to 65. A C quality setup, 50-50. I'll teach you guys the difference between A, B, C, and you just now have to have the patience to wait for all the A's. So let's talk more deeply about this trade line, okay? 9 exponential moving average. There is a momentum trigger that is referred to as the trade line VWAP crossover. Now, the trade line VWAP crossover, and this is something that you learn as a member of True Trading Group, and I'm going to teach it to all of you that are not members, and this is a little piece of education, and I'm going to give you guys out here for free. The trade line VWAP crossover is a momentum triggering indicator. It's a momentum triggering setup. When it happens and when it's confirmed and verified, and I'll explain that in a second, there's a high likelihood, not 100%, but a high likelihood that the stock is going to experience a momentum-based move in the very short term, the very near future. And that trigger could get you into your position before the stock makes a big move. Trade line is this teal blue line you see on my screen. See that teal blue line? That teal blue line is the trade line. Again, 9 exponential moving average. The orange line is my VWAP indicator, volume weighted average price for those that are brand new. That's the average price that all the shares are being traded for the day. So that's VWAP. Orange line. Trade line, that turquoise teal line. Now, when a stock is strong, key word there, the stock is strong. It's gapping up. There's a piece of news. It just broke above a key level. When a stock is strong, obviously AHI was strong today. It was gapping up big in the very morning session. When the trade line crosses, because the trade line will always start underneath VWAP when a stock gaps up. So when a stock gaps up, your VWAP indicator will always be higher than your trade line. And as time goes on, the trade line will start to catch up. When the trade line crosses above and over VWAP for the first time during the day, that's when you really need to start paying attention. But it's not enough just for the trade line to cross above VWAP. I'm not sitting here telling you, do not confuse what I'm saying. Don't now just go and tomorrow, every single stock that you see the trade line get above VWAP, go and buy it. That's not a sound strategy. You need to verify the trigger, which is the trade line VWAP cross, to know that the probability is high. How do you do that? When the trade line crosses over VWAP, you want to see 2 very specific things happen. When the trade line crosses over VWAP, you want to see a dramatic increase in share price coupled with a significant increase in trading volume. You want both of those things to occur at the same time the trade line crosses above VWAP for the first time. When that happens, the likelihood of the stock experiencing a short-term momentum move is high. Again, not 100%, but it's high. And this setup also applies to the downside. You can also use this to short stocks. Okay, now if a stock gaps down, and the trade line will start above VWAP, and when it crosses under it for the first time, again, watch for the volume increase, and instead of a sharp increase, look for a sharp decrease in volume, and that can give you some indication you're going to get some momentum to the downside. But in this case, we're using it to the upside. All right. So this is what the stock looked like this morning. Again, we did not enter this trade yet. Then what happens? Watch the trade line. Watch the trade line. Okay, now the trade line has just crossed above VWAP, right? Let's zoom in. You see how right here, you see how the trade line crosses over VWAP? Now let's play it out in real time, right? Let's play it out in real time. So there you go. You're crossing over VWAP. Now let's go to the next candle. Look at that. Okay, now what did we just see happen? Now, what did we just say? What confirms the trade line VWAP crossover? Two things. Dramatic increase in share price. Well, I think it's safe to say that's a dramatic increase in share price. Wouldn't we all agree? Wouldn't we all agree that's a nice increase in share price, right? But then you also want to see an increase in trading volume, right? You also want to see an increase in trading volume. So I'm going to make the volume a little bit bigger so you guys can see. And if we can maybe just drop the message at the bottom of the screen, Joe, just for one moment so I can show people the volume, making the volume bars bigger so you can see them better. Would you guys consider that an increase in volume? Fair to say that that's an increase in volume, right? It doesn't take a master chartist to say that, wow, that's a big candle. That's an increased size of the candle. Well, that tells me that now confirms the trade line VWAP crossover because those two things happened. Sharp increase in price, sharp increase in volume, right? Let's bring the volume bars back down so we can focus on the charts again. Now, once you have verified the trade line VWAP crossover, what you look for now is for the trade line to act as support. Because when a stock has clear directional momentum, the trade line will act as resistance when there's directional momentum on the way up. It acts as, support when there's directional momentum on the way up. Resistance, directional momentum on the way down. When there's clear directional momentum, the trade line will just hug that stock. It'll hug it. So after you confirm the trade line VWAP cross, be ready to buy the next time the stock gets back to the trade line. It's exactly what we did. Okay, so there's your trade line VWAP crossover, right? The stock goes absolutely ballistic, right? So the stock goes absolutely ballistic. But look at how already the trade line is acting as a level of support. Now, I wasn't looking at the stock at this time, right? So AHI was not on my watch list at this very moment. It wasn't until the stock did that and halted that now all of a sudden my scanner's going nuts. Members are calling it out in chat. Everyone's like, AHI. Okay, we got to pull up the chart. We got to take a look at it. And then we look at the chart and we say, wow, guys, that's a textbook trade line VWAP crossover. I'm going to get long when the stock pulls back into the trade line because I know that when you confirm the trade line VWAP cross, the chances of the trade line being support on the first test pullback is very high. So stock comes out of the halt. See how that little dash is a halt. Comes out of the halt and just immediately rips to the upside. Rips to the upside. Oh, but look at that. Trade line still acting as support. I couldn't buy it there either because the stock just absolutely explodes right out of the halt. I couldn't even get into it, right? Then now it opens back up for trade and now it's consolidating. But now I can look for that pullback into the trade line. We halt again. Then the stock opens up and we pull back back into that trade line. And that, my friends, is where and the whole stock is halted again right there at 135. The stock is halted at 135. And that is when we stepped in and we got long right out of that halt, right there at $1.38. Right there is the entry on AHI. Right there is where we took the long, $1.38. Okay, the stop loss was right here. So there's the entry. There's the stop loss. And the rest is absolutely history as the stock experiences that directional momentum, okay, to the upside, continuously holding support when it gets to that teal blue line, which is your trade line. And that allows us to capitalize on this gigantic move from 130 all the way to $2.08, whatever the high of the day was on that. And that is how you use the trade line to make a determination when a stock is about to experience momentum and when it does have momentum, where you can identify buy points so you can ride that wave of momentum. Congratulations, all of my members of True Trading Group that killed this trade with me today. This was an absolute monster, was a thing of beauty. You couldn't have drew it up any better. And now what I want you to show, I want to show you the trade line, right? Let me show you the trade line, how effective this indicator is. So you see how much it was support on the move higher, right? You can all see that that blue line just keeps acting as support on the way up. Support, 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 right? Then the stock experiences consolidation, right? So no more directional momentum. Instead, now sideways consolidation. Notice how now the stock starts trading right through the trade line. You see how now it's right through it, above it, below it, above it, below it, above it, below it. When a stock is consolidating, the trade line is meaningless. It is a momentum-based indicator. Okay? When a stock is consolidating, it's going to tell you nothing. As you can see here, it's just trading above it, beneath it, above it, beneath it. No real signal. No signal at all. But then what happens when the stock experiences momentum later in the day? You get momentum later in the day, and you can see that the stock just starts to ride and hug that trade line. I'll just show you another example of just momentum, just pure momentum. Look at the momentum on Carvana today to the downside. Once Carvana broke the low of the day, I just want to show this to you guys, right? Again, just examples of the trade line. There's the low of the day. You broke the low of the day. Then you bounce back up to retest the prior low. It became resistance, as it should, right? But then there comes the trade line. Trade line comes into play. And now look at every single time that we touch the trade line, resistance, 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 as the stock continues to sell off. Then you get the consolidation. Consolidation. You see how consolidation, and it's up above it, below it, above it, below it, above it, tells you nothing. Then you start to get directional momentum to the downside. And then what do you start to see happen? Resistance, 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 right? As the stock then continues to trade back to the downside. You see how that trade line works? And you can see it even yesterday. Yesterday on Carvana, we used it yesterday, right? Yesterday, you can see support when the stock gives you the breakout and gives you the consolidation, right? Gives you the directional momentum. Then you'll notice meaningless during the consolidation. And then all of a sudden, support, support, support when the stock starts to give you a directional move again. So understanding the trade line indicator is extremely beneficial and useful in being able to identify directional momentum. And that's how you guys can capitalize on these moves. This is how you can be in these stocks before they make those moves, by learning how to use the trade line. I hope you guys found this helpful. Does anybody have any questions about anything that I just discussed? Now is the time to ask if anything that I just said is unclear, or if you have questions about anything in particular. Now would be the time to ask. The best time frame. So honestly, Wade, there isn't really a best time frame because the trade line is an effective indicator on multiple time frames. I use it on a 3-minute, a 5-minute, and a 15-minute. The shorter term 3-minute will give you more insight into the shorter term move, because typically that directional momentum from the trade line, it usually lasts about an hour. Okay, it usually lasts about an hour. So if we take a look at the windows of momentum, right? Window of momentum right there. That's exactly 1 hour, right? Then let's look at this window of momentum, right? That window of momentum was about an hour, about 50 minutes, right? So you can see that as we're pointing these windows of momentum out, you can see consolidation, momentum, consolidation, momentum. The momentum lasts about an hour. We go back to Carvana, right? Let's look at the window of momentum. Okay, so window of momentum, there it is, about an hour and 10 minutes. Window of momentum, there it is, about an hour, 55 minutes, right? So you get an hour of momentum, then a consolidation, and an hour of momentum. So the 3-minute time frame will give you a much closer insight into those 1 hour moves. Okay, so when the stock goes through its directional phase, it lasts about an hour, and you can jump on that wave of that 1 hour and capitalize on that direction. And when the hour time frame is about to end, Look for that momentum to slow. The stock experiences consolidation. And if you then are lucky enough to get follow through later on in the day, then look for another hour or so move back down to the downside. And that's how you guys can start capitalizing on these directional waves. Okay. So I use the trade line on 3-minute, 5-minute, and also 15-minute. I think the best momentum trigger is the trade line view across on a 3-minute, because it really gives you insight into like momentum right now. But they're all useful. They're all useful. And again, don't just use this in a vacuum. Don't use this in a vacuum. Like, make sure that there's a thesis for thinking this stock is going to go up, right? Don't just look at a stock and say, "Ooh, trade line below cross, I'm going to buy it." No. Look at the whole picture. What's the daily chart look like? Is there a fundamental catalyst on why the stock should go higher? Like, when all of those things come together, then go ahead and go after that trade line view up indicator. That's how you're going to have the highest probability. Remember when we talked about A setups, B setups, C setups? Remember, we just talked about that a few minutes ago. Well, how do you know the difference in A, B, C? Well, what's the daily chart look like? Did we just break above a massive level of resistance? Does the stock now have room? Is there a fundamental catalyst on why the stock should be moving higher in the first place? Then is there a trade line VWAP crossover? Was there an increase in volume in the trade line crossover VWAP? Was there a quick increase in share price? Yes, 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 yes. Grade A setup, buy that stock. Ride that trade line, let's go. That's trading. That's trading. It's not, okay, wise guy, tell me where the SPY is going to close at tomorrow. That's not trading. That's you spending your entire life looking for someone that can predict the future. There's not a single trader in the world that can accurately predict the future. Traders use probability of setup and probability of pattern to put themselves in the highest probability setups that they could find. It's no different than a poker player that always will play pocket aces. You're always going to play pocket aces. Why? Because it's the highest probability hand you can possibly have pre-flop. There is no higher probability of cards you can possibly have. There's no setup in trading that has a 100% probability. But there are setups that have 70 to 75% probability. Learn to identify them, then have the patience to wait for them, and then have the confidence to act when you see them. That's trading. That is what I will teach you how to do. That's what I teach thousands of members into a trading group how to do. And you got a free crash course in it right here on this live stream. You have an opportunity to join True Trading Group and be just like every single one of these members that told you that they're making money. In case you missed it, I'll ask them again. Members, type the number 1 in chat right now if you're making money with True Trading Group. Now, again, anybody that's on here that's not a member, pay attention to how many people type the number 1. Because all of these people typing the number 1 are your peers. They are just like you. They're not luckier than you. They're not smarter than you. They're just like you. But when you're actually taught something the proper way, much greater chance of you being successful. You may have no idea how to change the oil on a car. If I just gave you the car and I said, change the oil, but you don't know how, very high likelihood you're going to completely F up that car. But if I took 20 minutes and showed you how to change the oil in a car, I am pretty confident there will be a much higher likelihood of you being able to successfully change the oil in your car. Now, you may not want to do it because you get dirty, okay? But I'm pretty sure you'll be able to do it. You may not know how to bake a cake. I'll tell you right now, I have no idea how to bake a cake. If you just threw me into a kitchen and said, Mike, bake a cake, I'm going to make the world's worst cake. It's probably not even going to be edible. But if my wife, who's a fantastic cook and an amazing baker, took 30 minutes to show me, Mike, this is how you make a cake. I still won't make it as good as her, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be edible. You're not having success because you're dumb or because you're unlucky or because these evil market makers don't want you to succeed. It's not because the stock market is rigged against the little guy. That's not why you're not having success. You're not having success because you have never been taught how to have success. You are spending your entire life searching for someone that predicts the future, some magical AI program that's going to do all the work for you, or some indicator or chart setup that's going to work 100 times out of 100. It does not exist. If it did, when I worked at a hedge fund, they would have showed it to me. But you want to know what they didn't do? They didn't show me a special indicator. They didn't show me some special secret pattern. But what did they do? They actually sat me down in a 3-month training program and taught me how to navigate the market properly. You want to know the secret of success in the market? That's it. It's not a pattern. It's not an indicator. It's actually getting educated. If you guys want to join True Trading Group, if you're serious about giving yourself a chance at success, you have an opportunity for the next 15 people before midnight on Sunday. Go to ttgoffer.com. Use the coupon code TTG121. Click apply code. The price will drop from $2,212 all the way down to $897. That's 59% off, available for the next 15 people. You must manually enter the code TTG121. Click apply code. Price drops down to $897. All right. How many people do we have on the live stream right now that are not members of True Trading Group? I'm curious. Type the letters TTG if you're not a member of True Trading Group. If you're not a member, type TTG. Type the letters TTG if you guys are not members of True Trading Group. Christian Ordaz. One of you. All right, so, and Hugh Vines. All right, so here's what I'm going to do, okay? I'm done with the educational stuff. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you guys what the actual platform looks like, okay? I'll show you what the platform looks like so you guys know exactly what the 897 is going to be getting. And again, if you're watching this live stream after it's already aired, if the coupon code works, that's how you know you're getting one. Again, that's TTG121. Okay? Let me show you what the platform looks like. If you guys are not interested, you can sign up for the live stream, subscribe, set your reminders. I'm going live Sunday at 8:30, and I'll be going over and I'll be giving you guys my game plan for next week, going into the Fed and going into CPI. You can't afford to miss it. Next week is going to be crazy. So make sure you set your reminders now. Join me Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern live. Okay, so let me show you what the platform actually looks like. All right. Because when you join, you're getting access to everything. Our chat room, of course, where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're calling out trades in real time. We're with you from pre-market all the way through till after hours. You guys, we're not gone after an hour or two, and then you'll have to fend for yourself. We're with you the whole day. You also can use our mobile app that lets you see the screen share, listen to the audio commentary, and get real-time push notifications when the moderators enter or exit their trades. That way you can follow along with everything we're doing, even if you're not in front of your computer. As long as you have your cell phone, you can follow along with everything that we are doing. 2 private study groups with our moderators to speed up your learning curve. Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed with congressional trading data and insider trades. That's $1,000 if you go to Benzinga directly. It's included when you join TTG for $897. You get TradingView's premium charting software, the Trade Ideas scanner, which is the industry standard top scanner. You're going to get the simulator from ETNA. The ETNA simulator lets you trade stocks, options, crypto, and futures with fake money but real-time data, so you can practice implementing what you're learning. Our own proprietary scanner that lets you create custom scans, dark pool data, unusual options activity, and options flow, short data. All this is included. This is very expensive data. You don't have to pay for it. When you join True Trading Group, you get it on your own. If you don't know how to use it, don't worry. We show you and we teach you how to use it properly. You're also going to get a trading journal that tracks all your trades. A social sentiment scanner tells you what stocks are being talked about most on social media. And you get analyst ratings on any stock that you are interested in. We give you a watch list every single day from the moderators with detailed game plans of how We plan on trading those stocks, where we're going to buy, where we're going to sell. This way, you know where to focus your attention before the day even begins. Then you get our courses. They're all included. It's a simplified and expanded upon version of the 3-month educational training program that I went through and I worked at the fund. There are no upsells for courses. There's no special VIP courses that cost more money after you join. There's beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, futures, you name it, we've got it. It is all included when you guys join TTG. Then there's a video library with 600 hours of workshops and webinars, and you can start attending those live when you become a full-time member. Guys, I can't guarantee you're going to be successful just because you join True Trading Group, but what I will guarantee is if you join, go through the courses, pass the quizzes, attend the study group. If you can't make $897 back at least one time during your membership, I will give you back double, $1,794. I can do that simply because we've only had to give a refund to 2.49% of our users. We are 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 2,100 reviews. And 78% of our members renew their membership or have gone on to become lifetime members. That's why I can offer you double your money back without breaking a sweat. If our refund rate was 20%, I wouldn't be able to offer you double your money back. We'd go out of business. Go to ttgoffer.com, use the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. The price drops down to $897. If you have any questions or you're having a hard time signing up, text us 786-505-4049. Thanks for joining me tonight, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Set your reminders, Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Live. I'll give you my game plan for next week. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys all in